Welcome along, fellow Dark Magician enthusiasts, to another video. As you can see, the ranked duels has reset. Did I get to King Games for the month of June? Unfortunately not. I was busy doing a lot of other stuff, taking a bit of a break because, you know, with the state of DM in Speed Duel, like, it's too much of a grind, and in Rush, fusions are becoming pretty strong. Excuse me, sorry. And I want to take a little bit of a break from Rush content, but I'll get back into it for the month of July. And we might actually be seeing something soon for DM, which I will go through towards the end of the video. But first, I wanted to go through a deck list that I saw for Rush. We go King of Games, search for Magician Shuffle. Chip Impact managed to hit King Games once again with his deck, so I wanted to show it off and highlight it, go through it. And it looks like there weren't very many changes compared to the previous deck. We still have the Magician Shuffle skill, 1 copy of Battle Tested Guide of the Fierce Knight, you know, solid, Dark Sword Magician, 3 copies of DMG, and these Chronicle versions look nice. I will give them that. Nice. Brick Phone Yen Yen at 1. Seven's Road Sorcerer at 1. Pretty decent. Then we have Rising Light Angel Essel at 3. Light Sorcerer of Sanctity at 1. Rhythmical Performer at 3. Good card. Ultimate Flag Beast Bowl Tricorn at 1. Dark Magician's Curtain at 1. Dark Magician, of course, at 1 because it's a legend card. Curse of Dragon at 1. 2 copies of Secret Order. Excuse me, sorry. Secret Order, still a good card. Best card for us. The legend spell of choice that was changed for Chip Impact was Hammer Shot, which I have put in myself. It's free removal of any monster that has the highest attack. Got to be careful of when you play this. Don't play this while you've got like a big monster on the field, because if your monsters have more attack than your opponents, your own monster will be destroyed. This is a very, very good card though. Great for removing any big monsters for free alongside 1,000 Knives, which is good stuff. 1 copy of Monster Calling, which works well. 3 copies of Talismanic Seal Array. 2 copies of Dark Magic Attack. 1 copy of Execute Writing, and the Legend spell Legend Trap, Widespread Ruin. Now, Widespread Ruin is a decent trap card for Legend. The only problem is that if you try to use it against any fusion monster, if it's protected by if it's protected from destruction by trap cards, so like so protected by that, Widespread Ruin isn't going to do anything whatsoever. Which I will show you guys examples of cards that can, like, you know, be protected against that after we watch the Duel replay. Yeah, but this is still a solid choice. And, you know, 3 copies of Swift Guy the Dragon Champion and 3 copies of Guy the Dragon Champion. Very good stuff. So that's the deck in its entirety. I've gone through it before, and it looks like there has been a little bit of change. Might have been a little bit of changes here and there, but it looks pretty well the same as last time. Me not hitting King of Games actually gives me an opportunity to show off other people and their skills, which I like doing. I like, you know, sharing, like, hey guys, this is a duelist who's done really well, managed to get King of Games for DM. You know, I just like to show it off. So we'll have a look at the replay and check that out. So we have Yuamu Odo and Yuo Goha. And Chip Impact is going to be going second. And let's see what happens here. Now, I know Yuamu got a boost with the newest box. Bunch of new cards. So, Striping Wyvern. Sends the top 3. And summons Red Boot Roost Dragon. Okay. Wow, there's actually a lot to go through because Yuami's Dragon's got a lot of new stuff, so dropping Wyvern sent top 2 cards, and itself to the graveyard, summoned a Red Boot Boost Dragon, and was able to add Dragon's Burst Fusion from their graveyard to the hand. Set 2 spells traps, 2 monsters, shuffling 2 monsters into the deck with Red Boot Boost Dragon's effect, and then in turn. Pretty solid. Let's see what Chip does. Dark Magician's Curtain. Look at the top 4. Do we hit? We don't hit. Oh, he just had it anyway. Looking for the extra, sometimes you gotta do that. So, sending DMG back. Summon Rising Light Angel Essel. Special summons DMG from the graveyard with Rising Light Angel Essel's effect, because he was going second. Summons DM, sets a monster, sets a card, and attacks. And now Yuamu activates their skill, which we'll have a look at the skill. So you reveal a Blue Fang Burst Dragon or Red Boot Boost Dragon in your hand from turn 2 onward. If all the monsters in your constructed deck are Dragon type monsters and all the level 7 or higher monsters are Blue Fang Burst Dragon and or Red Boot Boost Dragon. You get to add a Booster Wyvern from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Then you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. If you do, also add Dragon's Burst Fusion, Dragon's Boost Fusion, or Striping Wyvern from your deck to your hand, each card once per duel. What I do not like about, what I don't like about Konami doing this, for some reason, Galaxy, like Galaxy got to add cards from outside of their deck to their hand, but this deck doesn't get to do that. They have to add from deck. They can't add from outside. Anyway, Konami just does whatever they want. Excuse me, sorry. So, revealing Blue Fang Burst Dragon, adding Boost Wyvern, sending Flap Dragon to the graveyard, and adding Striping Wyvern to hand. Flip Dragon. There you go, okay, well, just Striping Wyvern to send. Blue Fang Burst Dragon being summoned. Booster Wyvern. Inflicts damage. Dragon's Burst Fusion. Blue Fang Enhanced Burst Dragon. This is a scary one. Whoa, there's a lot happening. Hold on. So Dragon's Burst Fusion has an additional effect. If you sent Blue Fang Burst Dragon to the graveyard by this effect, you can also make 1 face-up monster on your opponent's field lose 1500 attack until the end of the turn. That is pretty cool. That is pretty decent. Pretty good. Dragons, anyway. Pardon me, sorry. So, Blue Fang Enhanced Burst Dragon's effects, sending a monster from field to graveyard and destroying 1 face-up card on either field. Level 7 wasn't sent, so they can't summon the Blue Fang Burst Dragon from the graveyard. And, wow! Widespread Ruin, clutch, destroying the Blue Fang Enhanced Burst Dragon. Unfortunately, this card does not have an effect that's able to protect itself from trap card effects. So, just free removal. Good job. Mythical Performer, sending top cards. We have another Mythical Performer. We don't hit. Oh, we have Battle Tested Gaia. No Gaia, unfortunately. No, Curse of Dragon, unfortunately. We got DM. 1,000 Knives. Nice. Is this game? We're attacking for game. And that's it. That is game. Wow. That was fun to watch. And I do get some entertainment out of this. This is cool to watch. I like seeing other people play this. This was fun to watch. Good stuff. So now that we've gone through that, we'll have a look at the fusion monsters, as I was saying. Trap card. So we got multiple monsters here. So like Eternal Galactica Oblivion. This turn, this card cannot be destroyed by your opponent's trap card effects. Void Veil Gigantomachia. Oh, no, wrong one. Let's see. I know there are more card effects. Oh, Seven's Road Charming Witch. If you have 7-0 Magician in your graveyard, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects this turn, so like just protects itself. Void Veiled Apocalypse. This turn, this card gains 1000 attack and cannot be destroyed by card effects. That's another one. Void Veiled Theogonia. The monster special summoned by this effect, so by Theogonia's effect, cannot be destroyed by card effects until the end of your opponent's next turn. So there's plenty of fusion monsters that are able to protect, as well as Crescent Moon Swordmaster. This turn, this card cannot be destroyed by your opponent's trap card effects. Yeah, there are just monsters that can protect themselves or provide protection to others. So Widespread Ruin can be a miss in some situations. I know there's been many times where I've used Secret Order with DM, attacked with DM, and they've gone Widespread Ruin, and Widespread Ruin has done nothing. So yeah, I personally have used Trap Hole. Trap Hole is a very good trap. If we look at Legend, Trap Hole is when your opponent normal summons a monster with 1000 or more attack, destroy that monster. Very good against tribute summons. Really, really good card. Yeah. I wish Konami would add more Legend traps to the game so we'd have more variety, but that's how it is. In terms of like a meta analysis, for Speed Duel, Speedroid, sorry, have managed to get to tier 1 because of the changes to Shaddoll. But Shaddol's still good. Shaddol's still very good. And Speedroids just pop off like crazy. I am a sucker for Speedroids though. I will say, like, it's cool. It's cool that Speedroids are tier 1. Not cool that we have to, you know, still perform so hard to try and play through. But that's how it be sometimes. And with Rush, it's just a fusion meta. If you play fusion cards, you're gonna be in a lot of luck, you know. But there are a lot of decks that are able to KoG. I know DM definitely can. Chip Impact demonstrated that, which I will have to get back onto the grind to get myself to King of Games this month. For Rush, there is a new box, Flash of Shining Flare, so like Heroes got a lot stronger, so Dragons and that. There is one card you might want to consider getting, possibly, Fusion Cancel. So when a monster is destroyed by battle, you can choose a face-up fusion monster on the field and return it to the owner's extra deck. Then the owner of the chosen monster can special summon the monsters listed on that card as materials from their graveyards face up to their field. Now, this text is slightly incorrect. Just another example of Konami International messing up translations. What Fusion Cancel's actual effect is in the OCG is that so you choose a face-up fusion monster on the field, return to the owner's extra deck. Then, if all of the materials are named monsters and they're in the graveyard, the owner of that fusion monster can special summon all of the monsters from their graveyard. So, if we go back to card list, I'll show some examples of like what would be bounced and summon nothing, and what wouldn't be bounced. So Blue Fang Enhanced Burst Dragon. If you have Blue Fang Burst Dragon and Booster Wyvern in your graveyard, and use Fusion Cancel on it, the owner will be able to summon back these two monsters specifically. Same with Cyber and Dragon, and even like Cyber Dragon, and like, you know, Candy Live. There is one monster though, Eternal Galactica Oblivion. It says Galactica Oblivion and 2 light attribute galaxy type monsters. Since only one material is named and the other 2 are not named, if you bounce Eternal Galactica Oblivion, you will not be allowed to summon Galactica Oblivion. So you will need to keep this in mind. This text is slightly incorrect, which I hope Konami fix it. But knowing Konami International, they will not do anything whatsoever. They'll just leave it, and then if people complain, they'll be like, "No, it's working as intended." Yeah, it's very annoying, Konami doing that, but it is what it is, I guess. Now, finally, I wanted to talk about potential support incoming, maybe. For the month of July, we're getting some cards. Earthbound Basilu? I think that's how you say it. Up his squadrons, like, yeah, nothing to worry about. Duelist Road, nothing for us to worry about. Dueling some Mission Rush, yeah, that's Mission Research, that's just, you know, usual stuff. Obtaining a new Legendary Duelist. Yugi, the battle for the Pharaoh's power will begin right now. So, a lot of people have come to the conclusion that Marek Ishtar is coming to Duel Links. And I do believe that, like, you know, the Duel Monsters world is based on the manga, you know, not the anime. But it's since Duel Monsters is getting a new character, would Dark Magician potentially get some new stuff? Maybe. I'm not exactly sure. There's no leaks at the moment as to, like, you know, DM cards. But the fact that a Duel Monsters is getting a new character will be interesting. You know, we might finally get something, guys. Yeah, never know. Like, I don't want to confirm anything, you know, because this is still speculation. Like, we don't exactly know. Like, they might just drop Marek Ishtar, drop a bunch of support for other Duel Monsters decks, and then be done with it, and then we still don't get anything. But we will see what happens. I am hoping Konami give us something. But until then, we're just gonna have to wait and see. That's really about it. That's really about it for that. I'm excited to see what Konami do bring out. Hopefully it is DM. But yeah. So how did you guys go with the month of June? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you think we're going to get something for DM towards the end of July with the Marek Ishtar drop. Yeah, I'm excited. If you notice a new card here, I will be showing that off in a replay once I get to King Games for the month of July. New strategy from a selection box only, which actually, you know what? Whoops, before I end the video, I will just go to the shop and show you guys right now. The last bit. There are 2 new cards I have managed to grab. There is Amazing Dealer, which is great for spellcaster decks. You know, send 3 cards from your hand to the graveyard, draw 3 cards if you have 3 or less monsters in your graveyard. And there's an alt art of Secret Order. If you don't like the current art of Secret Order and you want to get the alt art, grab this. Decent card. And then Curse of the Rising Light. Very nice card, because when you use it, if your opponent's got one card or less in their hand, if your opponent activates a trap card, or it's the first turn of the player going second, you get to draw 2 cards. Yeah. This is cool stuff. Yeah, that's really about it. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about last month. What do you think about what's coming up? Yeah, just let me know your thoughts. With that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.